Hello friends and neighbors, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Paul Henderson, and today I have something for you that I've wanted to make for a while now. I've played Final Fantasy XIV in some form or fashion since Heavensward. I've frequently taken breaks between expansions, but the longest stretch of time I've played the game without taking a significant break was after the launch of Endwalker. Once I had finished all the content I had intended to clear for the expansion, I decided to complete a new goal, much to the horror of several of my friends: get every job to max level. This started with standard combat jobs, but eventually extended to all jobs, including Blue Mage, Gatherers, and Crafters. All told, the process of leveling every job to max, starting from the beginning of Endwalker, took me about a year and a half, with moderate breaks for sleeping, eating, and ennui through this time period. At the end of this process, I was hoping to write a short story or make a video about the process of leveling all these jobs, and well, obviously that didn't happen, but this idea has still been percolating in the back of my mind all this time. At this point, I'm not sure I could still give an accurate description of my process leveling all these jobs anymore. However, I did recently get all my jobs to 180, hello Blue Mage, again for Dawntrail. As a result, all my jobs are now fresh in my mind, and I have a general idea of how they both work and have changed between Endwalker and now. So instead of talking about the leveling process, there's something else I'd like to try. I've created a list of videos I hope to make with concepts based around my general impressions of each combat job, and how much I have or haven't enjoyed them. I've broadly listed them in release order and shaped the list to be the same as the order I leveled them, with some wiggle room for series pacing reasons. I don't plan on going too far into my history with these jobs in this video, but I do want to offer some context of both my general gameplay style and my leveling history. Generally speaking, I don't consider myself a hardcore player, but I play a lot and I cover a large swathe of content, so I'm not exactly sure I'd call myself a casual either. I recently heard about some terms that I don't think many people use, but I find very funny: hardcore casual and casual hardcore. From my understanding, hardcore casual is somebody who basically only plays casual content such as normal raids and maybe some on-content EX raids, or only plays a lot of side content and roulettes instead. Conversely, there's the casual hardcore, where somebody maybe plays only a few hours a week, but spends that time with a group of friends or in the party finder casually trying to clear different content without caring about actually succeeding. I'm, very much in the hardcore casual group. I think the fact that I leveled all these jobs for so long and did nothing else is pretty clear proof of that. I did initially want to level these jobs as a way to be flexible if I ever wanted to jump into more properly difficult content, but now I'm really just doing it to make number go up. I've had Dragoon at max levels essentially since Heavensward, and it's my first and eternal true main. Dark Knight, on the other hand, I leveled as my secondary job about 6 years later, besides Warrior Marauder, more about that in another video, near the start of Shadowbringers, due to both hearing how wonderful the job quests were, and due to really wanting to branch out past DPS, and being intimidated by Warrior. Look, it was a different time. Okay, I didn't know any better. Like I said, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. From there, the leveling process was pretty natural. My initial plan at the start was to fill out all the roles and role subtypes I was missing, such as Healer, Ranged DPS, and Caster DPS. After I had filled every unfulfilled role, I simply alternated between the different roles, trying to spread out the different types as much as possible so I didn't burn myself out in the leveling process. For each job I leveled, I played it single-handedly in all content I did up until the max level cap of 90, or again at 100. I don't plan on going into further detailing about my leveling pattern beyond this point, but I feel the order of the videos will speak for themselves to some degree. All told, I hope to make each of these videos about 5 minutes long or so, and cover my general personal thoughts and impressions of each job. These videos are absolutely not meant to be objective or treated as a guide for what job you personally might enjoy. Instead, I'm hoping more to put my own perspective into the world, both for any curious bystander who may wish to have their opinions either validated in agreement or crystallized through opposition. I hope you'll also enjoy them if you're not sure how to feel about a particular job and perhaps need some outside subjective opinion to offer some more perspective. I'm also not really sure how this project is going to go tonally, or even if I'm going to finish it. I mean, if you've gotten far enough that you're actually hearing the words that I've written somehow, then that means I've already gotten way further than I thought I would have, and you should tell me how proud you are in the comments, because I've been a good Lalafell who deserves all the pats. This is all I have to say in this introductory video, but if you're interested in hearing what I have to say further, and have enjoyed what you've seen so far, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, where I hope to continue making more of these. Now join me next time, when we go all the way back to the beginning, and I explain why, even after all these years, I'm Main Dragoon. Thanks for watching.